Hey, welcome back to Extra Medium, the channel where I do things that I want to do in the way that I can based on the stuff that I have. So I'm going to make a caddy for my motorcycle to carry in the back of my 2022 Ford Maverick. So the Ford Maverick has a shorter bed, so the rear wheel usually rests on the tailgate. In this video, I'm going to make a caddy that will have a wheel chock for the front, will attach to the bottom of the bed, and will support the weight and distribute it across the bottom of the bed and the tailgate. So the tailgate doesn't carry the entirety of the weight of the rear of the motorcycle. So I have a wheel chock. I also have some old 2x6s that I'm going to use for this project. Now I just need to figure out how to attach the wheel chock to the 2x6s and attach the whole thing to the bottom of the bed. Check it out. So wheelbase is 58 inches. So if I mark the center of where the front wheel will sit, well, the front is barely not touching and everything is where it should be. 58 inches puts right here. If I didn't know any better, I'd say I made the hole exactly where it should be 2 years ago. There. So that is where the center of the back tire will sit. So the goal of these boards, I'll tie them together, is to support the weight off of the tailgate so that the tailgate isn't feeling every bounce while we're driving. So now I could just support the motorcycle with straps like I did last time that I went to the track, but that does leave the risk of the front wheel kind of slipping from side to side. So this wheel chock will keep it centered. So really its only purpose is to keep the front wheel centered and allow the straps to hold it laterally from slipping side to side. Other than the weight distribution across the bottom, those are really the only two things this has to do. So it should be pretty basic, pretty easy. It doesn't have to be super strong. Here I'm using some rib nuts. When you drill a hole into a brand new truck bed, these holes were already there as weep holes, but I did add some gloss clear in order to seal up the steel. I don't want rust. So an easy way to keep the rear of this caddy from fishtailing side to side is to just nestle a 1x1 into this little notch that already exists when the tailgate is down. Pretty simple, pretty basic. And as you'll see, I'll add a piece of aluminum to the outer edge of it so that it rests securely in there and gives it more of a bite and doesn't allow any movement whatsoever side to side. You don't have to bolt anything into the truck here. I'm just dropping it down in that canyon that already exists. Now, since I put rib nuts into both sides of the front of the caddy, you'll see here, I just used some steel and welded 3 pieces of steel together with some holes, and they line up exactly with where I dropped the rib nuts, and they're bent down to accept the rib nuts and center the front and keep it from moving side to side. That's the only purpose. And all loaded up. This thing works great. Thanks for watching Extra Medium. If you haven't, please subscribe. It helps. I've got a lot of content coming.